Well, this motley crew comes to Matilda's Zen studio to work on their anger. She's an anger management coach. She's probably the only self-help bird on the island. So she gets to be, the sort of the guru of this group and introduce some other ways to cope with the birds' anger. I think there's a lot of pride in the birds. It's funny, I actually remember getting to the point where we got to the pigs' arrival, and I went, oh my God, I totally forgot about the pigs, even though it's such an important element of the game. It's kind of the main emphasis of the game, the pigs stealing the eggs. And yet, because you get to know the bird society and you get to know the inhabitants of Bird Island, you start to forget there's this whole other element of the pigs coming to steal. So there's such a true pride of their, and also protecting their young and standing up for their species. And she's one of the first ones to be strong for her, I don't want to say people, I guess for her birds. Kind of effervescent and yet slightly angry, all in one thing that I just love the complexity of a character like that. I love getting to play somebody who's like just bubbling under the surface, so it tells you so much about probably how she got to where she is. But she's very big and very alive and very joyful, and I think she's really, it's almost like people talking to a toddler. I think she's sort of over talking and being very big so that she can, spread that around the room. And she really believes in what she does. I mean, she's kind of this nice, big, juicy, fluffy chicken who she loves herself. I try to drink as much water as possible because I get to that point every once in a while with animated stuff where they say like, okay, now we need a bunch of screams. And then you do it and you're like, oh my God, I'm gonna be so hoarse after this. So it's good to kind of keep it smooth. I think there's a nice message about sort of lifting the stigma surrounding anger and being able to talk about it and acknowledge that it's okay to be flawed and it's okay to make mistakes and that we can actually deal with them and own up or we can still be positive. I think it's nice to talk about feelings. I think anger is one that people feel a lot of shame about, and especially, kids are always losing their temper to express something that they want, and so maybe different forms of communication. I think a lot of parents would be happy if there were less whining in the world and temper tantrums. I think parents would be pretty grateful. I do think this movie is for everyone because it's so smart and so funny and it's enjoyable. And it's like the game. I mean, the game is for everyone. And my daughter and I were both playing it at the same time. There's no difference, although she was much better than me.